Which advice do you want to give for the next volunteers?
If I had to give an advice, I would say that take a break in life. This year is a kind of moment where you can think about yourself first, and it's super rare in life to have this kind of moment. So think about yourself, put yourself first, discover new things, discover what you want to do later, and just enjoy.
To come here.
Yeah,
Why?
it's a good idea. You already made
It's a
the
great
right step.
experience. You meet a lot of new people, new culture, new country.
Language, probably.
Yes.
The first advice would be explore as much as you can, and beside your work, travel and explore the new places here because Spain is amazing. And another one would be to trust yourself and trust the process, and this experience will help you to understand where you want to be.
The most important one is that don't put a lot of pressure on yourself, because it may seem when you arrive here that everything's moving too fast and you can't really keep up with it. But I would say whenever you need to rest, give yourself time to reflect, think. You have to do all the activities, but whenever you feel like you need to rest, give yourself time to rest and do other activities whenever your mind is rest, your body is rested, and that's my biggest and most important advice I can give you.
I would say enjoy the moment, like instead the present, because for me it's the most difficult thing to don't think about the future and the end of the project. So enjoy the moment present. Yeah.
I will give an advice about work, people who will work in Polish and not only. Just try to get as much as you can from your working experience. For some people it might be the first time experiencing this kind of work with people with disabilities. So use your chance to also communicate with them in their language and try to use it for your benefit and learn the language more.
Yeah, try to do local activities.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Okay, gracias.
I would say to not take everything so serious. Many things will not work out the way that you plan it to be, but that's fine because what you do is good enough, even though it doesn't feel like you're doing as much.
Go-to advice is just don't be afraid to ask your organizers, your monitors if you have something, if you want to do something different, want to do more, want to do less, because in the end of the day, if you're happy and they are on your team, you will do better work as well. And don't be afraid, they're not your bosses, they try to work the situation out with you.
Okay, thank you. What is the most thing you prefer in your work?
My work.
Yeah.
Work with disabled people is fun. It's good because it gives you a lot of perspective about life in a new perspective, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because they're like really true to their emotions. Like you know everything they do, they say to you, it's like real. So yeah, it's, like it gives you a new insight on how to treat people and maybe how to go life.
I think I would say at my work the most thing I like is that it's smaller than the other centers, and just because there may be 100 people, you can actually get really close to them. So every day you spend time with most of them, so it's a special bond you create with them, and I would say that's the best thing in our work because they're like very friendly with us, and we know all of them very close. So special bonds that you make is the answer.
I think discovering the people I'm with and the people with disabilities that I didn't know people with disabilities before, so it was a big things to learn. And so yeah, just being with them and also seeing how they are so like happy about simple things and they are living their lives in the simplest way ever. And they bring you a lot of love and joy, and I think that's what I prefer.
What do you like about Teresa?
The thing that I like in Teresa
I think it's the people, because they are super close to each other, and it's kind of a private space. So that's cool.
I will join Camille and say that I really love Catalan people,
Yeah.
and we should spend more time with them, being with locals all the
Yeah.
time. And coming from a country where there's not a lot of sun, I really appreciate the sun here and the weather, Mediterranean weather. And yes, overall I really enjoyed the lesson.
Well, I really liked a lot of like street culture. I would say a lot of stuff happening in the streets. Like they have what they call the correfoc, which is like the fire shows kind of in the streets. And also the very typical Catalan castellers, like the human building towers, which I am also now a part of a group, which I think is really fun. And they also have the like batucada, the percussion, which also go in the street, which I'm also part of, which I really like. So yeah, that's something I really liked. A lot of stuff happening in the streets, basically.
So, super.